Okay, so it's telling me to grab the power supply. If you don't understand what the numbers mean, they go back right back to the instruction manual, and they'll point to you and tell you number 3, power supply. Common sense, I hope. So I have my bolts. What is this? What is this number 1? Oh wow, LCD screen. All right, so number 1 is the LCD screen. So first step is, again, the instructions tell you to check your voltage, and if you haven't done that already on this power supply, on this side, make sure you switch whether you're doing 115 or 230 volts. Very, 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 very important. So mine is at 115 volts, which is what I need. So basically we're going to mount this here. The question I have, okay, so there's some pre-drill holes that should match up, and the bolts that we're going to use to mount this are the M4x20s. So take the M4x20s, we're going to stick them both in first, and then we're going to have to get another tool, another Allen wrench. Oh, I hate it when I mess up like that. All right, let's see. So I am going to lift this first one, and this is probably another good time to mention about if you don't have any experience with electronics or mechanical things as far as bolting and stuff like that. When you start a bolt, I'll say it again, it's worth repeating, is when you start a bolt, make sure that it's nice and smooth, that it goes in not too tight. One of these feels a little bit tight, and I'm a little concerned that I'm cross-threading it. So if you're not sure when you go to tighten a bolt or screw or something like that, anything you're doing, mostly bolts, you want to make sure that you line it up properly with the next hole, or you'll have a lot of issues. So that seems to be a little bit better. If you cross thread it, you know, something like this may not be too detrimental, meaning it may not totally destroy what you're doing, because these are just mounting holes. But in some cases, when you're doing certain things, whoops, told you that was going to happen. These things tend to fly everywhere. All right, so let's take that. That feels a lot smooth. A lot more smooth, or smoother, I should say. So let's take this one. This one's a little tight, and honestly, it's okay. There we go. It starts off a little tight, and then it just kind of goes in, and at the end it's finished. Don't over tighten these. Let's just set them aside for now. Okay, so that was in step 2. So I also need M5x8s. I thought I just had them. Don't need that. M5x8s. Gonna open the pack with the little tool they gave me. Might as well put it to use. I only need 2 M5x8s. So, and this is gonna be for the LCD screen. Oh, come on. Come on, come on. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so the LCD screen goes on the right front side. That's kind of cool. It kind of tucks in there. So it requires 2 bolts, and kind of common sense here. So they are cat a corner from each other, diagonal, however you want to, whatever terminology you want to use there. Let's see. Oh, come on. And sometimes bolts can be a little bit of a pain in you know what. So, got it. All right, so let's get the proper tool here. And of course I didn't. So these are M4s, correct? No, M5s. Wait a minute. Nope. Okay. There we go. So I'm getting one close to tight, getting the other one kind of far off here. We're going to go ahead and get this thing. And almost there. All right. I'm going to give it a little bit of a tug, nice and secure.